Hi, my name is Zoe, and today we're going to talk about the compatibility between a Sagittarius Capricorn Cusp and a Capricorn. You never have to question where your Capricorn stands because they always know where you're at. That doesn't mean that you both agree on everything. In fact, it can be really difficult to come to an agreement, but you tend to make it work. It's okay to open yourself up and put yourself out there. In fact, you have to if you want to be with them. You need to be able to take your relationship to a higher plane of existence. It needs to transcend time and space, like a Doctor Who episode. It's epic. So in order for that to happen, you have to not dwell on all the details. Being with a Capricorn would allow you to unwind. They're practical, and you like that about them. You both are just doing what you have to do, even though you're both stubborn. You understand that. You make a very good power couple, and you're able to take on the world together. When there's trouble, you know who to call. Sagittarius Capricorn. You both take charge, but you're also very genuine. You both draw a lot of attention when you're together because you stand out. You might do things that are unconventional or unorthodox that the rest of the world doesn't really understand or is on board with, and other people might think that you're really radical. We all have issues. It's important that you open up to your Capricorn about yours. You are hungry for power, and you have to be careful to not let it consume you. That would not be good for your relationship. It's also about treating them as an equal and finding equilibrium. You know that they have your back and you can depend on them, but at times they may seem like they just don't give a fuck about you. And you may find that one of you becomes more controlling. And you can get very caught up in doing things because other people are into them. And get very carried away with the latest trends. And this appears in different areas of your life, such as fashion, your hobbies, your habits, your community. It's pointless to try to micromanage each other, and you know it. And you both are good at respecting each other's individuality and path, because you both have a very strong presence in it. However, you make a very ambitious couple, and when that ambition starts running the show, it can cause you to clash if you're not on the same page. You both tend to feel like you can tell each other anything. You give each other space to breathe and be yourselves, and you share a very profound bond. If something is bothering you, you need to tell your Capricorn. It is important. Be benevolent around them. I feel like you have a very different brand as a couple, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that what you have isn't real or deep. And your bond would also feel predictable, which isn't a bad thing for you. You both are very emotionally intelligent, and you can sense what the other is feeling. They're deeply connected to their emotions and your emotions, and you have an empathic bond. They can also sense how you are feeling. When you and your Capricorn meet, you tend to be on very different levels in life. One of you tends to be more successful or higher on the social scale, and the other tends to be at a disadvantage. And so whoever is higher tends to boost the other one up and help them thrive and grow. You love that you don't have to filter yourself with a Capricorn. You can just be yourself and not worry about being made fun of. Try to let them in. I know it can be scary sometimes to be vulnerable. Trust me, I get it. Start by demonstrating your compassion to those around you and to them, so they can see that you are this nice person. Don't let yourself get tainted by negative energy. Don't let yourself be corrupted, and you might find yourself stealing like you want to be more around your Capricorn. They make you feel like a hero. You might take more risks around them or travel with them. That doesn't mean you both don't fight. In fact, you can definitely clash, and when you do, you are vicious. And they can leave you feeling like they don't see you and like they don't recognize you or how much you do for the relationship. And they may take you for granted. When the connection is deep, it is deep. When the connection is not working and there isn't really a spark, then that's all there is to it. It's rarely in between. You will only have so much love to give them when your connection isn't sparking. And if you're the one who starts out in a better place than your Capricorn, you might feel like your Capricorn is trying to usurp your throne and take over. It can feel like a breath of fresh air being with your Capricorn, though. I know it's really important to lean on your empathic link when things get messy. And remember, you're not a machine, you're a person with your own unique, authentic experience. And sometimes it feels like you're just doing the same thing over and over and over again. Like you aren't really living your life. So take some time to really appreciate who you are as an individual, not as a robot who's trying to be productive and do things efficiently. When you're with your Capricorn, you may feel like you're sacrificing a lot of what makes you human and focusing too much on what you can get out of things and how to do things efficiently, whether that's energetically, spiritually, or materialistically. And you shouldn't have to sacrifice parts of yourself for your relationship. This can cause arguments, especially when you're just friends. It might feel like you're more loud and unapologetic when you date a Capricorn, like you aren't afraid to make the first move or be bold. This could be for many reasons. One of them might be that they are so much more predictable than you are, and you might be used to dating people who are a little more spontaneous, where you have to be the one to be responsible and be the rock. But being with them allows you to express yourself more boldly and take risks. It feels like you can venture into the unknown with them more, and you have so much respect for one another, and you're incredibly strong together. But you're also weird, let's face it. If you didn't know that, then just know that other people are probably saying that behind your back. And weird is not a bad thing, at least not in my opinion. And it's very uncommon for this couple to form. You rarely enter in a relationship with a Capricorn. Like a Sagittarius and a Capricorn don't usually end up together. It's one of those rare dynamics for you. And you both tend to be very hard-headed and you clash. Neither one of you backs down easy, so certain fights can get really intense and can go on for a very long time. Even while you function normally in this kind of relationship, there can be this underlying tension because neither one of you wants to give in or lose as individuals. You both tend to have difficulty trusting people. So when you're in this relationship with each other, it can be like a weight is lifted off your shoulders. You don't have to worry so much about saying the wrong thing. And as friends, you both might really enjoy martial arts. Taking a martial arts class together might be really nice. Friendships can be difficult to maintain when they require a lot of compromise. So it's so important for you to build off of something that you share, like a shared hobby or experience. In a friendship with a Capricorn, you might feel like they take you for granted, which can be an issue in the long run. So it's really important to have that foundation. You might think that you're laid back and lazy sometimes, but a Capricorn won't see you that way. They see you as someone who is super active and ambitious and a go-getter even if you don't feel that way about yourself. They sometimes bring it out of you and it's confusing. They can be insensitive and you both can treat your relationship like it's a contest. You rarely get married to a Capricorn because you love each other. There's usually an underlying reason for that commitment. Your wedding tends to be pretty ambitious itself. A lot of planning and resources go into it. Sometimes you might even enter a relationship because you're drawn to the power dynamic as a married couple. You would probably be able to mellow out your weirdness and find a middle ground between being more traditional and more extreme. You might tone down certain aspects of your relationship when you get married, which allows you to fit in more. You don't come across as extravagant. You both enjoy dancing as friends, and as friends, you often end up using each other, and you can be self-absorbed. If your Capricorn is too overbearing in a friendship, it can be a problem. And when you get married, your unions are usually more goal-oriented and very practical. In romantic relationships, you both often need to control the situation and can be very manipulative and things can get hostile. It's intense. As friends, it's really common for you to work together. And it usually works out really well. And as friends, you might enjoy working out, or going to the gym, or exercising, or watching a game together. But you like to do things that are active and that get you out of the house, and having a shared experience is so important for this friendship. When you tie the knot and you get very caught up in your goals and being a power couple, you can often forget to be real. And it can make you feel like you're just part of a machine. Even so, your empathic bond can override any of your issues as long as you tune into it, because once you get to know each other, you truly understand them and you know what their needs are. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you were born on the cusp of Sagittarius and Capricorn, or if you are a Capricorn, please comment below and let me know what you think. Tell me about your story. Have you dated a Capricorn or a Sagicorn before? Let me know if this worked out, if it didn't, if you have a crush on them, if you disagree, if you don't agree, well, that was the same thing. If you agree. And please subscribe to my channel, help support me so I can make more awesome content for you.